Yeah. Okay, we will be discussing about dashboards today. How do we
Okay.
create dashboard and what are the various options we have in terms of alignment, in terms of interactivity, and what are the various objects we can use in dashboard, and uh, how do we position them like that. Okay, and how do we manage various parts of the view? There will be legends, there will be filters, how we have to show and hide them, and maybe some filters will be common. We may have to manage them as common filters, like that. Okay, so those kind of stuff we will discuss today. Let us start with, let us create couple of sheets, and then we will create a dashboard with those sheets. Let us take category and sales. Okay, so this is one sheet. Let us save this. This one 10, 16. Okay, then let's create another sheet with states and sales, something like this. And yeah, let us take these two, and what we'll do is we'll create order date filter, and we'll filter on year, and let us take single value list. So here you can have filter like this, and apply some other same filter here also. And let us make it single value list, and we can change it here. And what else, we can take region as another filter, and show this like this. And let us use multiple selection here. Now we'll create uh, these two things. We'll use these two sheets as part of the dashboard. Here we have dashboard option. Here we have option to create a new dashboard, and this is the dashboard screen. And we don't have the data pane, and there are multiple options disabled. Of course, they will, some of them will be enabled once we drag those sheets. So these two are the sheets we have, which are available to use them in dashboard. So what we can do, we can simply drag and drop them here to create a dashboard, or we can say add to dashboard. Okay, something like this. Okay, if you want to keep it underneath this one, what you can do, okay, you can set it like this. Let me fix the size of the dashboard. Here I will keep it as automatic, as the size of the dashboard. Okay, we can arrange it as per our wish, as per our I mean, uh, to visually best, how do we show it better, kind of. And not only sheets, there are more options for us to use them. I mean, there are more objects to be allowed in the dashboard. Something like is image. You can use a image, uh, uh, let us take some image, I don't know. Don't need to worry too much about it. Okay, and we can also use a web page as part of the dashboard. Let us take some wiki. USA states. Okay, some URL we can take. So these are all the various objects we can use: sheets, or we can use a image object, or a web page object, or a text object. We can also use a text object, just like
What is a text object?
we can write some description
Okay,
or
text.
summary. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Or we can have some keynotes or highlights of the dashboard, something we need to discuss. Okay, some point one, like this, something. Okay, we can place this anywhere, or we can what we can do, this is another thing is, this is a tiled view. So all the objects are placed adjacent to each other, which are all of them are fitting within the screen. What we can also do is, we can also create a floating object which will be overlapping other on the other objects. Okay, see here the object is tiled by default. New objects are created with tiled view. What we can do is, we can create a floating object, and what we can say, see, it is a floating object. It is overlapping on the other objects.
Okay.
So if you want a floating object, you can create a floating object, or you can, if you want a tiled object, you can create a tiled object as per our requirement. I will remove this off. Okay, or what you can also do is, you can change this into floating, the existing one. Okay, the existing objects also, you can switch between tiled and floating. You can select floating or tiled, or also here also we have option, select this object, select the particular object, and say floating, if you want. Or you can switch back.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
those are all the various objects. This is text object, and there is a blank object which will be used for alignment. Let's say there are multiple objects which are not properly getting aligned. You can use a blank object and place them in between these things, and it will help us for the better alignment. Okay, it is just a blank object. There will be nothing. Okay, it is.
How is the blank object helping us to align?
See, if you want a small place, or let's say all the now all the objects are equally sized, right? Let's say
Yeah.
this image is not as big as this one.
Okay.
Then, so if the size of the objects are different, you can use blank object to fill the gap, and to look it better.
Okay.
Okay, it is used for alignment purpose only, not nothing more of any other use. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, then we have, for image we can set a URL, and we can redirect it to something else. uh, let's take Tableau. You can set the URL here. Okay, once you click on it, it will redirect to that URL. So while giving presentations, it will be much useful. It will be interactive, right? So if you are discussing about some product, you can place the product image, and once you click on it, you can navigate it to the particular product, something like that. Or
Okay.
product or more detail like that. Okay, so that
Okay.
it is adding interactivity. And another thing is, if you notice it here, there are filters. So these filters are as part of the original sheets, and they are available once you place them, once you place these sheets onto dashboard. And if you look at it, it is interactive. Okay, see, it is getting changed
Yeah.
based on the year selected, and it is working for sheet 1, and this one is working for sheet 2, right?
Okay.
But
Yes.
does it make sense? In a dashboard, we are looking at each category for 2011, and for states, we are looking at 2013.
No.
Maybe sometimes, maybe we need it, but most of the times, we need it other way, right? Once you, I mean, we will be interested in on same year across all the multiple sheets most of the times.
Yes. And moreover, it is like a bit confusion, like
Yeah,
confusion. Year of order date, year of order date. So we don't understand which year of order date is for what, and
yeah. Okay. So what you can do is you can share the filters. We discussed about sharing the filters, right? In sheets. Do you remember?
mm, no.
Here we have option to share the filters, apply to worksheets, and select all using this data source, and select
Okay.
worksheets. We discussed this, right?
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Now the same thing you can do here. You can say apply to all these worksheets, worksheet 1, worksheet 2, or if you have more worksheets you can, or you can say all on this dashboard.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have more sheets which are interactive, which need to be interactive for the selected thing, then you can see. Now it is here I am changing 2012, this is also getting changed to 2012, right?
Okay.
Now I don't need to two.
Yeah.
I don't need two. I can just use one.
Yes.
Both are getting changed. Okay?
Okay.
And this region filter is applicable for only sheet 2. This makes sense. Of course, if you
Yes.
want to share this one to sheet 1 also, you can share using this. Okay?
Okay.
You can share it anything. Fine. So that is about filters and interactivity and sharing the filters across the sheets within the dashboard. Okay.
Okay.
Then another thing is, see, suppose you want to look at Texas states. I mean, how each category is performing in Texas state. Okay. So how do we do
Okay.
now? What do we do? We have to use a state filter, and we have to apply that state filter for both sheet 1 and sheet 2, right?
All right.
But that is not required. There is a shortcut for it. What you can do is you can simply select option here and say use as filter. Okay, you can just
Okay.
simply select that, and If you choose Texas, it will show you in each for each category what is the sales in Texas state. If you choose California, it will show you sales for California. It will pass this selected state as a filter for other sheets.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So this sheet itself is a filter.
Yeah, this
Use
sheet,
filter.
whatever is selected on this sheet will act as a filter on the other sheets. See, for this
Okay.
state there is only furniture sales. There is no sales for other categories. Okay?
Yeah.
So that way it will be this interactive dashboards are pretty much useful. Okay? So what you can
Okay.
do, you can just simply use as filter, or I am unselecting this. See, I have unselected this, so there is no impact. So it is a there is an option shortcut for it. See, use as filter.
Okay.
So this is most frequently used feature in dashboards. So there is a shortcut for it.
Okay.
So I mean, it is same. That is the shortcut enables this option. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can apply vice versa also. You can apply use as filter option here, and you can look at each category and how that is performing across all the states. You can select technology and you can select office supplies, and the corresponding filter is passed to other sheets. See, the shades are getting changed. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here in this case what we are doing, we are passing the selected category to sheet 2, and for the selected category it is showing the sales. Okay,
Yes.
so it can be vice versa, this use as filter.
Okay.
It's pretty much useful, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and there are more options. We have, let's say, you don't want this legend, it is unnecessarily occupying space. I don't want this legend,
Okay.
and this legend is again only specific to sheet 2, right? So what
Yes.
I can do, I can get rid of this. Okay, if I don't want this filter also, I can get rid of this, any filter. Okay,
Okay.
suppose you changed your mind and you realized that it is required. Then what you can do is you can select the dashboard options and the particular sheet options, and say select the legend or filter, whichever you want.
Okay.
Okay, you can show or hide various parts of the view, whether it is legend or filter or parameters also. If you are using parameters, you can use them in the
Okay.
dashboard also. Okay, you can
Okay.
show or hide title, caption, everything, summary.
So these filters and these things that we are doing here,
Mhm.
uh, even the user, even the client or the user can also do these kind of manipulations when he is viewing, or will he
Exactly.
only be able to select from the options?
Exactly. User also can do these manipulations.
Okay, so he can like you use this sheet as a filter, and he can do all these things.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay,
Again, it depends upon his role. Some
okay.
features will be this depends upon his role. If he is read only,
So we are able to give him access.
yeah, we can say multiple user roles, reader, uh, interactor, those kind of roles. We'll discuss that while discussing server.
Okay,
Okay. There will be various
okay,
roles based on his role. He can do. He can change some things. Okay.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah. So that is about yeah, showing and hiding the various parts of the view, and it can be interactive by use as filter feature. Okay,
Okay.
clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, let us go through this. So we have discussed about creating a dashboard and adding sheets to dashboard, and we have discussed about sharing the filters and adding a image and setting a URI for it and adding a web page. Okay, and yeah, we didn't discuss about web security options. We'll discuss that, and we discussed about a text object and
Yes.
blank object and tiled layout and floating layout.
And floating.
Okay, we
Yes.
did not discuss about positioning of the objects. We'll discuss that. So
Okay.
first thing is web security options.
Web security.
Yeah, here see help. Go to help and go to settings and performance and set dashboard web view security. Here you can say enable or disable JavaScript because we are using external web URLs, right? So
Yes.
external web URLs can have harmful content.
Okay.
So if you are not using uh, non-trustable references, so maybe better to disable JavaScript and other plugins like Flash, those kind of things, and pop-ups like this. Okay, so you can choose.
Okay. Enable
Uh,
URL hover action.
yeah, this URL hover action we will discuss while discussing actions. Okay,
Okay.
so you can disable or enable various security features whether they need to be applied on this, I mean enabled on this web page or not. Okay, and
Okay.
another thing is what is that? Positioning of the floating object. What you can do is let's say let us take a floating object. Hmm, let us take a text. Okay, and give some text, and what you can do is you can select the particular object and drag it, okay, wherever you want, or let's say your uh, client, I mean it depends upon this position is will depends upon your client screen, right? So what you can
Yes.
do is you can give some coordinates, okay, x and y coordinates. So let us say I want to keep it on the top left. Okay, did you notice this?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, if you want to keep them
Okay.
in specific location, you can
Okay.
keep that one into specific location, or what you can do is you can give any specific size. See, the size of the object is you can decide. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I mean, basically we'll be using this for some uh, description kind of stuff. So you can keep that at a corner somewhere, or you can give some size for it. This is okay. And then we discussed about showing and hiding various parts of the view, right? So you can show or hide filters, anything. Uh, you can show or hide filters. If you want more filters, you can select it here, and If you want a parameter, you can select those parameters if you are using them, and you can show caption, various things, and you can say what is the this thing, the fit mode. Fit width, you want to keep the width constant like this, or you want to keep the height constant. Various options. And
Fit width means it will fit it to the screen, or it will fit it to this dashboard area, or like how?
it will fit into, I mean, it will have some position, right? It has some space, right? Within that space it will fit into this thing. Here in this case, I think, see, fit height means it is fitting the height like this.
Okay. Okay.
If we say fit entire view, it is spreading across.
Okay.
Okay. If you feel it is looking odd, what you can do, you can say fit height. This is looking better, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
like this. Okay.
Okay.
So those are the various options we have. You can duplicate the sheet and select the layout container. You have, this is layout container. Okay. So first, this is divided into horizontal. Okay.
Okay.
So this is one thing, and this is one, and this is, and then again tiled like this.
Okay.
These are the various objects we have in each of the tiles. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So that's about aligning various objects we can align. Then size of the dashboard, we have discussed that. I mean, we did not discuss though. And select this. Yeah. So it depends upon your client, targeted device. Is it a desktop, or is it a palm top, or a tablet, or laptop? Depending upon that, you can arrange the screen and design your dashboard. Let's say your client is working on a mobile, then if you are working on a desktop and you have a lot of space, you used many of the sheets, and on a mobile view he cannot identify anything, right? So what you can do is you can upfront set the view, I mean the size of the view, target view of the client, and then you can design your dashboard. So you will effectively utilize the space, and uh, what makes sense to keep and what not, like that. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you are uh, working on, you can say, let's say the client is working on different screens, then what you can do is you can say you can fit a minimum and maximum range of the width and height for your dashboard. So this is best compatible within this range. You can mention that as part of the description or something. It is best viewable between 1800 and 1800 to 1000, like this. So depending upon your client, this thing, it will adjust within this range. If it is beyond this range, what it will do is it will enable the scroll bar.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So see here, it is using the range, and if the range is more, it will enable a scroll bar here. See, it is enabling a scroll bar. because it is less than the specified minimum value.
Which is less than specified value?
Our my this one, my size of this window, I resized it, right?
Okay. Okay, okay, yeah.
So it is showing you this thing. If I say automatic, it will fit it. But if I say automatic, let's say now this is my screen.
Sorry,
Hmm?
hmm, sorry, I'm not able to get the screen very soon,
Oh, is it? Now?
as soon as you do.
Okay.
Okay, this is a small screen?
Yeah, I resized it, right? I resized it the window.
Okay.
Now it is not looking good, right? So what you can do, you can
No.
specify a range. You can specify a range like this: 800, 600, 1000, 800. Minimum, maximum, height and width. So now, as this space is not suitable, not suggestible for your dashboard, it is enabling a scroll bar. If you choose
Okay.
automatic, it won't enable scroll bar. It will fit everything into the available space.
Okay.
Okay. So when
Okay.
you are targeting wide range of customers, some people will be checking on the mobile, some people will be checking on the desktop, and some people will be on the tablet. So, whom you will target? It is tough, right?
Yes.
If you target mobile customers, then for tablet customers there will be a lot of blank space, which is not,
Yes.
and you cannot show multiple sheets in the same dashboard. Maybe you may end up showing only two sheets in a dashboard. It that looks
Yes.
good for a mobile customer, but not for a tablet customer or a desktop customer, right?
Yes.
So in that case, what you can do, you can use a range, minimum and maximum values.
So
Okay.
very often for every sheet you use this range, or is it only like you get to know from your team lead or manager that you need to use a range
Yeah,
and only then you use it?
client will give us, let's say, some. All the dashboards will not be published to everyone, right? Some dashboards will be published to only top level management in the client side. Some dashboards will be published to everyone, sales representative, everyone. So depending upon the
Okay.
uh, this thing, we will
So
decide
are there any patterns?
what.
Are there any patterns like which dashboards are being published to which level of customers, or is that just the client will give us a requirement like these dashboards are to be published to so and so customers?
Uh, there are they will upfront give us like this data set is for everyone. This data set is for only for specific people, like that.
Okay, okay,
It is not dashboard
okay.
specific. Okay,
Okay,
it is data.
they give the data set.
It is data specific.
Okay.
If you have inventory, obviously the salespeople doesn't need to know about inventory. Of course, they
Yes.
need some portion. Based on
Yeah.
that only they need to confirm the orders and all, right? But
Yeah. How
the
much
purchase
which
part,
is
everything, they need not to know how much, for how, what is the cost they are purchasing. All those things sales team
yes.
doesn't need to know, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
those kind
True.
of, it depends upon the data. Let's say it is survey data. Survey data need to be accessible by only some set of people who are involving in decision making, right?
Okay.
Everyone
Okay.
need not access it. Mostly it is data specific. Sometimes some data, within some data also we may need to restrict some data to some people and some data to other set of people.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then what you can do is, hiding sheets. Here, see, I have multiple. It's not only one dashboard, right? I can have multiple dashboards in a story. Okay, let's say this one. This is just,
Hello?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I have lot of sheets. I may have 10 to 20 to 30 sheets because I will have 4 to 5 dashboards. I may have 20 to 30 sheets. So what I can do is, if those sheets are not accessible or I am not interested to use them uh, directly here, okay, then what I can do
Directly there?
directly as a sheet. If I am interested in only looking at those sheets from a dashboard, so there will be too
Okay.
many sheets here, right?
Yes.
And it will be a lot of confusing. So what you can do is you can hide the sheet. You can select the particular sheet, right click on it and hide the sheet. So the sheet is not available here.
Okay.
So that way you can manage. I mean, you will have only dashboards here, dashboard 1, dashboard 2 like this. So it will be easy for you to manage multiple sheets. I mean, because there will be lot of sheets, you can minimize and organize it better. Okay.
Yes. So how are we able to unhide it? There is, okay. We can just uncheck it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Like this. Okay. And let's say you
Okay.
hide it. Okay. You hided it, and you want to go through the sheet. Then what you can do is there is the icon here. Go
Okay.
to sheet. It will take you to the particular sheet, even though you hide it.
Okay.
Once you
Okay.
switch back
Okay.
to dashboard, this will hide automatically.
Okay.
Again, you don't need to say hide, unhide like this.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, so
Okay.
that way, I mean, you can organize the sheets better. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So what else? I think we covered all those things, right? Add image and yeah. Any questions?
No, this is interesting topic today.
This is simple, right? So, and it will
There's
be interactive, right?
nothing
So it
too
will.
much to be,
Hmm?
there is nothing too much to be thought of.
Yeah, I mean, most of the times the tough part is to align them and use appropriate dashboards here, appropriate sheets in a dashboard.
Sheets.
Because most of the times you'll fall short of the place. You want to show
Okay.
6 to 7 sheets, and you will have only limited place here, and you have to choose really which one to be on the dashboard, or how do we? Let's say you want to go for more dashboards. How do we organize those sheets? Which makes sense? Which now doesn't make sense? Okay.
Okay. So organizing is the main part of
Yeah, that's
dashboards.
where is a little tricky part. Otherwise, technically it is nothing.
Yeah.
Technically it is very simple.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Fine. That's it for the day.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So
Okay.
I'll try to send you the link for that.
Yeah, yeah. Send
Yeah.
me through email.
And
I'll go through it and let
yeah.
you know what it is. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, I'm trying to see what are the openings going on at the moment.
Okay.
So I was just wondering, like,